Hey everybody, this is Brad Dyke reaching out to you, touching base with you to see how you're doing. Today I'm going to talk about something not necessarily IT driven, but home and how the home works for us. And what are great tools to work with when you're dealing with small, minor workloads and so on. So, I have this security system here I did a video on, that which is gives you kind of the details of, you know, working with camera systems when you're watching your security environments and so on. But I found that I used my residential tools more than I used any of my industrial tools. The industrial tools are for heavy duty work, but that work would be related to working with IT environments and so on. But in this particular discussion, I'm talking about being able to take that experience and put it in conjunction with your home. What do you need around the house? What's a good cost effective solution? So, I am in no way, shape, or form being paid by anybody for any reason whatsoever. I'm just talking as myself. So, going with that, I'm going to show you what I think is a really good set, and there's a reason why it's a good set. It's because most of these tools do more than one thing. So we'll start off first with what we call the jigsaw slash reciprocating saw. So as you can see here, there's a very sharp blade right there, and we can actually take this saw, which could be used for trimming trees, bushes, branches, and so on, and we can turn it into a jigsaw. And that's not bad because that's something that's very good. It has all the advantages of variable speed and safety controls and all of the things I'd expect out of a jigsaw. And then, of course, when you flip it back up into a reciprocating style saw, you can flip the blade. So this is the kind of the theme we're talking about. And the theme is that these tools have duality about them. And these dualities allow you to basically use one basic hand tool for multiple features. Like right here you could see the Phillips head socket, and then right here you can see the drill bit. So I can flip back and forth with a single drill opposed to having two drills. And that right there saves time. It's also a variable driver as well as a normal drill. So I can go slow, but with a lot of torque, or I can go fast. And of course down here, I have my variables for my TFE, which will give me my torque control and higher levels of strength. But the nice thing is it's really a good range for torque for things you need around the house, like drilling in drywall screws into something so that you can anchor something to the wall. Now also, the same battery will work for garden resources such as this guy, a blower, Worx series. And as you can see, this particular one is just starting to I believe the WG545 is beginning to be phased out. They have another one that's slightly better because it has some challenges in it, but it does really well. But unlike the Hercules blower, the intake has actually been thrown out to the sides as well as to the bottom. So if anything gets in there, it still continues to work. It's a really good blower. Been using it for years. I like it a lot. Now, the duality thing here isn't in play with this particular unit, but some of the other ones do suck and evac air, so that means they can pull up stuff off the ground as well as blow things away. And that's in some of their other models. Now here, we have also a weed whacker duality, and I'll let it go down there to the very bottom. And this one can flip up or down, which means it can either be a weed whacker or it can be a edger for like edging concrete to the grass. And it does pretty good, actually. Surprisingly, with a 20-volt battery, I can get the entire yard done. That's saying something. But again, this model does have some issues with it, and that is when you flip it from one position to the other on the head, down on the bottom, the interlock doesn't work so well. Every once in a while, it'll give you some headache. But an easy fix is to use black tape as kind of like a resistance and that helps a lot, and then it works really well after that. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, I really do give these guys a 4.2, 4.3. There are minor things that can be done to these to greatly improve them, and that would be valuable, such as, for instance, providing an ability. If you look at this setup here, the light is indirect, so it's kind of diffuse. A laser might be more efficient to help give you a direction of impact. Over here, the principal challenges that you have with the drill set is that sometimes it gets a little befuddled as you're trying to transition the head. And sometimes this head, on rare occasions, only once, I've had 4 of these, and only one of them actually exhibited this, that the coupler head actually separated. And that's more of a defective item than an actual normal thing. Outside of that, this drill has been very good. The ability of working with the weed whacker model, and I think they've already addressed this, is a better unit joint here when you flip the unit forwards and backwards. But I really do like all of these, and they just need minor improvements to them to get them closer to a grade of 5 out of 4 going forward. So I hope you enjoyed this. This was just something that I thought would be interesting to talk to. Enjoy your holidays, and God bless.